Hey, right guys, Church Much is Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 4 of Rings of Power Season 1. This will put us halfway through the season after this episode, so I'm really hoping this is kind of like a great episode. I've enjoyed the first 3 episodes. I think they have been okay to good. I won't say any of them have been outright terrible. I know some people, which is fair, think they have been, but I think they've been okay. I don't think they've been anything exceptional, so I'm really hoping that we get a banger of an episode here, because like I say, we'll be halfway through the season after this. And again, I don't like comparing, but just having watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners and House of the Dragon that's currently on at the moment, it's like those two shows are paced so much better than this show at the moment, just getting you so invested so early on, which is the only reason I'm comparing them. It's just to say I'm way more invested in those two shows in a shorter amount of time than with this show at the moment. And this is coming from I love Lord of the Rings, as you know. Just in case someone might just be watching this reaction for the first time, I love the Lord of the Rings, so I want to really enjoy this show. And I'm not going into it hating or anything, but at the moment I'm not like blown away by it, is what I will say. So hopefully this is the episode. But if you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And if you do want the uncut reactions to Rings of Power and every other show that I do, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description and one of the comments down below. But for now, let's do this.
Sauron was said to have many names in days of old. Perhaps this is one of them.
Ah, okay. Maybe giving away who that might be then. While the intro is on, I know these videos don't do the best in views, but if you do enjoy them, remember to leave a like, because it does help, apparently, according to YouTube.
What name have you chosen for her?
Bollybrimgrom. Oh, okay.
Arlenen. Sometimes our island just needs a stretch.
Yeah, it needs a stretch and it's about to crumble off into the sea. Yeah, that's a stretch. It's like when you're on a plane and it starts crashing and they're like, oh, we're just stretching the plane. Like, what? You've just stolen a baby. I hope you do realise that. Ah, wow. This is a dream then. That'd be terrifying, though, imagine. No, that's terrifying. I'm gone.
Should like to think you'd learned that by now.
I was only trying to be clever.
Cleverness to men of small ambition. I'd much rather it if you were wise, my son.
Wise like you? Okay, sure. I think you're like a wannabe wise man.
Workers who don't sleep, don't tire, don't age.
I love watching the extras. You can tell the ones that are trying so hard to stand out. Hear thee, hear thee.
My friends, trust in me.
Cool.
She will remain, as always, a kingdom of men.
All the women there, like, okay. Was that Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
From vineyards near the Meneltarma. Supposed to make you forget your troubles, or so they say.
My troubles have been too hard won.
No, you shot, you failed.
And fight with me to save the men of the Southlands before Sauron claims their lands for his own.
You bloody what? Was she just doing that to be dramatic, or was
Then
there
I
a
have
reason?
little choice but to ask for another.
What was that acting, or was that like had a purpose?
Grasping for a handhold in a tempest.
There is a tempest in me. It swept me to this island for a reason. And it will not
For a reason.
be quelled by you, Regent.
Well, that's gonna make her go on your side in it. Yeah, it was, yeah, pitiful. So that is the Isildur that I know of. I was just confused because I was like, I didn't know Isildur was thousands of years old. I thought he was like maybe 500 or something, but not. But I'm wrong. Like I say, I know a lot about the films, not lore.
I've seen you ease that Helliot proper 100 times. That was deliberate. You're off the sea guard! All 3 of you!
All 3. Bringing his boys down with him.
Leave it to you to get kicked out of something you never earned in the first place. No.
Wow.
Since I was big enough to hold in all I wanted on that vote.
You've ruined his dreams.
What have you ever done but brood and blubber about your dead mother?
Wow! Why did we go there?
Where are you going? Going, staying, what does it matter?
That was the most dramatic scene. Damn. This is the best storyline. Let's be honest. Bit of a voice crack there, mate. Here we go. Oh shit, it's I forgot the actor's name, it's in Game of Thrones. Benjen Stark. Benjen? Is it Benjen? They look so good. Who cares about his orcs? Yeah. Did he stab him or punch him? Oh, we've never seen like a ritual for like an orc death. It just all kind of felt like cannon fodder. Those orcs disappeared rapid though. They were all there and then there's like one.
Why do the orcs call you father?
Is that what they were saying? Jump scared by a warg.
That is something only the gods can do, and I am no god. At least, not yet.
Not yet, okay. Given time.
What are you?
Go to the men who've taken refuge in the old watchtower. Deliver to them a message.
He gets set free. So is that Sauron or not? I guess we don't know, just because they said like Sauron takes on many forms and names. It's like you could never know. It could just be a random villain, or it could actually be Sauron.
I'm not doing anything about it.
We are doing everything we can.
Well, I'm not.
Theo! Theo! You can either help me, or you can make it
His
harder.
dead ass stare.
Don't be such a soft belly. Come on.
You're peer pressured into following Theo around. No one wants to follow Theo.
Rowan, Tavern. I'm not going in there. There might be more food. Come on, this place is deserted. Alright, I'll go.
To be fair, he's getting shit done. He's got a pretty good amount there. I mean, that's just a waste. And there we go. Yeah. He's gonna have to use his blade. Yeah, that's what he did. He's left him. Behind you, bro. Yeah. I don't know why they all was just chilling in the shadows.
Young blood.
Yeah, Youngblood, not my favourite artist, I will say. Not even close, actually. Wow. It's not exactly dark out. Oh, where could he be? Oh, nice. And you didn't hear that? Come on. He's so loud. How are they not hearing this? Orcs aren't the smartest, I guess.
Elves and dwarves working together. Remarkable.
Wow, they've done a lot already.
It is everything you said it would be.
How long's it been?
Calling a dwarf dishonest in her own home. It's a recipe for strong gravy.
Well, she's meant to be a dwarf, but they're clearly the same height. Look, if he stood up, he would not be that much taller.
We'd better keep our pipes down.
We're making good progress in the old mine.
Balrog's gonna come wreck it up. That was a weird camera, but that looked cool.
You lost elves.
The way the helmet opens, that's it.
Rich crown, kiss the stone, polish your gems of gold.
That actually worked. Wow, that's impressive. The dwarves just have the same password for everything.
I knew it!
Durin?
Kept a spy on me, elf!
Hardly.
He's just like, hi. Yeah, snuck in.
I care nothing for whatever is in that chamber. I do care for you. For this friendship.
Yes,
And
bros.
secrets do not become it.
I need your oath.
I mean, we know one thing it could be based on the trailer, which I won't say just in case, but I don't think it would be here yet.
Anything you tell me here will end in my ears alone.
Hey, I believe him. I kind of want to touch it now.
What do you call this miracle orb?
In our tongue, grey glitter. In yours, something like me throud.
Mithril.
No, it would be... Mithril.
Yep. I thought that when they took it out. I was like, it could have been Mithril, but then I didn't want to sound dumb. I should have just said it. Well, that'll somehow end up on Frodo's chest then.
Keep it. Token of our friendship.
These two are great.
You're in now! There's 4 dwarves down there!
I like he enters the one day he's in there. Are we going to pan away? Great. We haven't got to the Hobbit yet, which I'm very happy about, actually. How long we got left? Is there time? Yeah, there's still time for them to cut to the Hardfoots.
Scrubbing is good for dexterity. Also, the Guildmaster says.
So, how about this? I'll do the floors and you do the goblets, and the last one to finish pays for dinner.
I'm not in
Wow.
the habit of going off with strange young men.
Very wise. If I see any, you'll be the first to know.
I don't think she's interested, mate.
So by your standards, I am in this cell because I am yet to identify what the Queen most fears.
My very low standards, yes.
And I suppose you did, having met her for all of a few moments.
During which you managed to demand a ship, insult her people,
You did do quite a bit in about 15 minutes. Well, 5 minutes.
Salutations, Elf. The Queen Regent has rendered her decision.
You ought to be beheaded.
Shipped back to the elves.
Ah, shipped back to the elves. Right.
Tonight.
Ah, of course.
I wouldn't advise that. I can't very well let her leave. You could.
Oh, fuck. We didn't see it. Just cut and she'd thrown them all in a cell. How did that even happen? What? Oh, that's like the weakest prisoner scheme I've ever seen. Bang. Alright, see you later. Just 3, but they fall in willingly. I bet that must have been what happened.
I had a dinner.
She had a dinner.
Who is he?
Bit of drama in Numenor. They're living for it.
Apologies, Your Majesty, for the intrusion. But
He no longer answers to that.
Is that Dumbledore?
I was chosen to rule in his stead, with a promise to quell the storm. That first night,
I know what's under there.
as all Numenor slept, he brought me here.
Hey.
Arondir.
7 seeing stones there once were.
7.
The other 6 either lost.
We know where 1 is going to end up. So cool. Wow. She having the same vision. Oh, so it wasn't like a nightmare, it was the seeing stone.
Vision begins with your arrival.
Oh, we
You
could just
believe I
behead
know
her.
about Numenor's downfall. I know what it is to be the only one. The only one who sees. The only one who knows. Perhaps neither of us have to bear that burden alone any longer.
You know, we can become best of friends. They've been trying to boot you out of Numenor, and you sticking around probably means it's downfall.
Let Numenor fight alongside the elves once more.
That's going to convince you.
Faith may bind one heart,
Yeah, just
Galadriel,
kicking her out, okay.
but it is too fine a thread from which to hang a kingdom.
Okay, I was going to say that. So easy otherwise.
Woods are all bare. Animals are all fled.
Give it a minute.
Seems your boy had more sense than we allowed.
Bought a shit ton of food. Yeah, he's looking like the hero right now. Theo's hiding in a well surrounded by orcs. Well, no thanks or anything. They're just all stealing all the food.
You said they'd be right behind me.
It's all gone! Well, here we go, got somewhere else all gone. Right, okay. Greedy. Well, that's crap then, so no one got... They didn't really save anyone, just fed like 5 families. They're still looking, eating, checking the wells still. Bro, you can tell they're not gamers.
We don't find him. Bussy's the one who lost him in the first place.
Bussy? Mate, drop the grain. There's nothing in that sack. No way. Maybe like 5 grains of rice at this point.
Not here.
Ah, it's like a video game. I've played a lot of Uncharted. Hey, you can have that smile on your face all you want. But yeah, I was gonna say, you're not free yet. I'm literally gonna say. Who saved him then? Yeah, the elf, I thought so.
Just relax.
Yo, he's extended that hand. I mean, they're coming, they're literally there. They were 5 feet away. They're coming. Oh, bro. What? These, like, escapes they've been doing so far, I don't know what's going on. Don't get me wrong, they're not as poorly directed as that escape scene in Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Okay, they are chasing him. See, that's fine then.
Keep going.
No, that's it. Very elvish. His cheeks are wobbling, bro. Bro, he said, run while you stop him. Oh, this Theo kid stresses me out. Yeah, run into a battlefield. Like, last arrow, mate. Yeah, 100% accuracy, but I respect that. Okay, it's darker here than when they were out in the open 30 minutes ago. So if they don't come out into the open, then this sunlight... Okay, never mind. They made me eat my words. Oh yeah, they still have arrows. Yeah, just hobble away while they're shooting arrows at you. What is this ritual? She's got some vocal pipes on her, this woman.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I lied to you.
You were faithful to my friend. That is all we need remember.
They like making him say that. It's his best
the
bait.
last one. Alive.
Hey.
All of them alive.
Got shit
Your
done.
father must be so relieved.
He shut it down.
Sometimes I wish I could tell him exactly what I think of him.
Wow.
I'll never trade words with the old gods again!
My friend, I'm your brother.
But then, one night it struck me that I would be only too happy to hear any judgment. So long as it granted me the opportunity to have but one more conversation with my father. Do not waste
Is that him?
what time you have left with yours.
Is that him?
I was asking Elrond.
Then I fear I have no choice but to amend your husband's account. There were 3 trolls, and it was I who saved him.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't remember your face if you're gazing in a mirror.
When I came,
It was a battle cry.
the screams were so high-pitched, I thought it was a child. So I took a...
Got him.
It was a sword. Can you not even look at me?
Well, I mean, he'd have to turn his whole head round, so I mean... Look at this guy's beard.
Forever am I with you, my son.
Yes.
Even in anger. Sometimes in anger most of all. There is nothing to forgive.
I thought he was going to go in on him, but I guess not.
Elrond.
There's a cool
has invited me
throne.
to go with him.
But intuition's a powerful tonic. What does yours tell you? There is something more at work. Good, my son. Good. Go to Linden.
Yeah, I love that way King actually listens. It's so sick of like just the stubborn ones. Like, I listen to you, son, you fool. You're a fool to trust Elrond. You're a fool. It's just like, okay. So many of that in TV shows.
Just like you took that hilt from me, boy. Come off it, lad. You know of what I speak.
Oh, he knows about it then. It's like drug addicts.
The beautiful servant, he was lost, but shall return.
I think this guy's a fanboy of Sauron.
Have you heard of him, lad? Have you heard of Sauron?
One way to get your point across.
You save your strength. You'll need it for what's coming.
The second half of the show. What? That looked awful. That looked really bad. That was like the first really poor bit of CGI.
Found it.
We found it. Well, that was a mission failed. Wow, they are rowing very slowly. It's like slow motion rowing. Hey, Santa's woke up.
Confined to the graves of our slumbering fathers.
A bed? I want that bed. There's a lot of beds in the show that I want though, so. Oh. Okay. There you go.
Expeditionary force will be made up.
It was going to happen, so I mean, might as well do it now.
From across Fair Numenor. Step forward.
I will serve. I will serve.
They got something to do, I guess.
I will serve.
Oh, everyone. That's a lot. Now we've got too many. Like, oh, we need people here as well. They worked out. Did the whole like, end of film sound effect. Alright, there we go, guys. That is episode 4 of Rings of Power Season 1. I love that this episode did not cut to the hard for us. I know I said it 3 times, but oh, thank God. That was always like the Debbie Downer of every episode. But yeah, this is still... I still feel the same way I kind of did at the start of the episode. Maybe a little bit on the good side, I think, with this one. But I'm just not... I don't know. I know how I feel when I am invested into a storyline. Like, you just know. And I'm not there yet with it still. I think there are characters and some parts of certain plots that are really interesting, like Elrond and Durin are great. I think their bromance is really solid. I think Elrond is probably the best character at the moment, or at least the most likeable, for sure. I like the elf guy. What's his name? Again, I'm bad with names, but Arondir. He's really good. I like his character. We didn't get much of him this episode. He just kind of came to save Theo and Theo's mom, but he is a solid character. I like Isildur. He seems interesting. Galadriel's getting better as each episode goes on. I will say she had the worst scene of this whole episode, though, which was her breaking out of that prison. That was so bad. But she is getting better with every episode, at least more interesting. But Adar, I think his name was, the father of the orcs, he was pretty interesting. So there are characters here that I think are decent. I just want to say I'm in love with any of them yet. And we've had 4 hours of content. There are more, like, decent characters than there are bad ones now, which I like. All the bad characters are in one storyline, which is, like I said, the hard fought stuff. Like, I think every single character in that storyline is weak. But, or at least I don't think they're interesting enough for me to be invested in them, is what I will say. Everyone else, they're getting there. But, like I said, we've had 4 hours of content of this show now, and I'm still not super invested in them or super invested in the storylines. It's improving little by little each episode, but I really was hoping this would be the episode where I was like fully into it, and it's just not. Like I said, House of the Dragon episode, I'd say 1 fully got me invested. Cyberpunk Edge Runners episode 3, it was that got me super invested, and they're 20-minute episodes, so that's like 1 episode technically if you're going by an hour. The Boys, it was 1 episode, so it can be done. And we're 4 episodes into this now, going into episode 5, and I'm still not fully on board with it. I'm on board. I'm going to watch the entire show. I just am. It's Lord of the Rings. I'm going to see it through to the end. So they've won, I guess, on that behalf. But I just, if I wasn't reacting to this, I guess it'd be one of those shows where I wouldn't be there like when Better Call Saul was out, where I'd be, you know, ready in my seat when the episode was airing to kind of see where it would go and like wanting to see it before I saw spoilers. I'm not. Like, I could watch this a day after it aired, a couple of days after it aired. I won't be too fussed. Whereas, like I say, House of the Dragon and stuff, it's like I want to be there on the day when it's out. But like I say, I'm hoping that changes. I'm still not going into these episodes wanting to shit on it or like wanting to be like, oh, it's terrible. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, because it's not. It's just not. It is still decent. It's just, it's Lord of the Rings. You want more. You want. And hopefully they get that. I'm still like willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. I will say that if I get to the end of this season and I feel the same way as I do now, then I will say I'll be very disappointed. So I'll give it the season for sure. If we don't have an 8 out of 10 episode by the end of the season, though, then that is going to be very disappointing. I will give this episode... I changed my rating of that one. I did say an 8 when I first watched that. I think every episode has pretty much had the same. Like, episode 1 was a high 7, but that was because I was more blown away by like the visuals and the music and all that stuff that had it going for it. Now we know the visuals are going to be incredible at this point. So, episode 1 was a high 7. Episode 2, I think, was a mid 7. Episode 3 was a low 7. I think. What did I give episode? There's Rings of Power. Rings of Power Ep 2 was a 7.8. Okay, that's higher than I thought I'd give it. What was Rings of Power? Oh, Rings of Power Ep 3 was a 7. Okay. I'd say this is a 7.2 then. I think it was definitely better than the last episode for me. Even though I will say the elf was way better in the last episode, like him breaking out, or trying to break out from the slave camp. That was really good. But then we had Elrond and Dur in this episode, so that kind of leveled that out. So there are things, it's like, then we didn't have the Hobbits this episode, but we did last episode. So it's a bit ups and downs with some things, but I'll go 7.2 out of 10. I think it was a good episode. I'm still not, I've said what I need to say. But thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. And I'll see you next week for episode 5. Until then, take care. Peace.